Hey guys, Adam Fenig here with Fenig Equipment. You're tuned into the Talking Shed. Hey, today it's December 15th. It's a beautiful day here in Ohio. We got some snow coming out here through Ohio and in the eastern part of the United States. But it was just frozen enough today to get out some strip fresheners. We have a lot of interest in strip tillage, and whether it's these cab control units or the standard fresheners, I think there's a lot of benefits to be had by playing with strip tillage. Whether you want to go in deep and place fertilizer in the fall, or these strip fresheners are really catching on. So if maybe that's something that you want to play with. But I want to compare these two models. I get a lot of questions on which ones fit what guys are doing. So what you're looking at here is the original strip freshener from Yetter Manufacturing. We've got a row cleaner mount up front, so you can mount row cleaners right here. We feel like those are extremely important. I don't have them on this display unit right now. Of course, you've got spring down pressure, and that is adjustable on this standard strip freshener. That's adjustable spring down pressure. From there, we've got a blade in the center. That can either be a rippled blade or the Yetter shark tooth blade like you see here. From there, you get these two blades that they're straight up and down, but they're curved in just a notch. And that is what kind of builds the strip and does a little bit of side tillage. And I really like these because it keeps the width of your strip maybe 8 or 10 inches wide, and I think that's pretty important. From there, we've got our rolling basket, which on this original one, the rolling basket also serves as your depth control. So here you can see this basket's set pretty aggressive. It's actually holding the unit up a little bit, so I would have to raise this unit up to get my blades to go any deeper. So an extremely good unit, but it's manual adjust basically. If you need to make an adjustment, you would have to get out of the cab and physically do it. But these units are going to retail for somewhere around that $1,800 to $2,000 a row is what these would retail for. Extremely low horsepower, that's what I love about these freshener units. I don't know that there's a huge need to go 8 to 12 inches deep with the shank because it robs a lot of your horsepower and efficiency. If a guy wants to build a 16 row bar, he's going to have 400 to 500 horse to pull that unit. Whereas these, you can pull a 16 row bar with 250 horse and cover a lot more ground traveling 8 to 9 miles an hour. So from there, we're going to move on to the new Yetter Cab Control Strip Freshener. This is the newest, latest, and greatest strip freshener from Yetter Manufacturing, and in my opinion, going to be the most popular strip till unit that we've ever touched. We start up front with Yetter row cleaners. Of course, you can see it's pretty muddy out here. We've got the precision clean sweep cylinder, so you're going to control that from the cab. You get a display box that goes inside of your cab whenever you are running these units that controls the row cleaners, it controls your airbag down pressure, and it controls your rolling basket. So that brings us to the down pressure, which is airbag controlled. This is, of course, you would have an air compressor on the bar and an airbag just like on a planter. From there, our gauge wheels are actual true gauge wheels like on a planter. That is adjusted right here. This is the only manual adjustment on this entire thing is your depth. And right here is your gauge to know how deep you're running. From there, we come back to this air cylinder. This cylinder controls the depth of this basket and the aggressiveness of it. This is no longer a depth control unit. It is just simply to size the dirt and basically finish your strip. Here again, we have these shark tooth blades that are cut at an angle, and they do a great job of maybe building the strip. Yetter has options to place fertilizer, liquid fertilizer, and dry in the center, or we can place liquid back here behind these. So instead of putting a fertilizer 10 inches deep below the soil, I think it's really more beneficial to put a zone that's 8 inches wide and located anywhere from on the surface to 4 inches down, and that's what this strip freshener will do. You'll have a zone like this of fertilizer that's created rather than a really small hot streak right below the plant. So I think there's a lot of advantages to this unit. It's extremely flexible and capable to perform in any scenario, whether you're making a fall strip to plant into, which this can do, or if you're freshening a strip that was made by your Orthman or any other type of strip till unit, you know, because in the fall when we go out there, it's going to be clumpy, it's going to be ugly, and it's tough to plant back into that. You know, we're striving for even emergence, and sometimes your strip till unit isn't on the same page with that. So sometimes you need a freshener like this one to come through at high speeds in the spring and just freshen it up, air it out, warm it up, and create great germination. That's exactly what these things are designed to do. It's basically high speed, low disturbance tillage, but without doing full width tillage. It's in a small zone. So that's what we're doing today, out kind of playing in the mud. It's a little bit wet here in Ohio, but I wanted to get these things out and do a video because I have so many questions from guys between these two units. You can see them now side by side. Something like this is going to retail with row cleaners between $2,700 and $3,000. And then of course we would have to have an in-cab controller and a compressor. But Fennig equipment, we can build you bars up to, you know, 60 feet wide with these on it. So that's what we're doing here today, showing you the differences between the two strip fresheners here at Fennig Equipment. Thanks for tuning in.